Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Savannah and we are doing our project on the current Linux Lab system, and that is what our recommendation report will be on. So one of the mottos for our department is to have efficient technology that really works fast but is also good quality and that pays off in the long run. So we'll kind of present to you what the problem is. So the current Linux lab is called the Jordan server on campus, and it runs super slow and it takes up a lot of space in the data center. It also has a hard time handling all the computer traffic because there's so many more students being added every semester, and it often overheats because of that. And so that has been frustrating for the staff and the IT people on campus that are our application engineers, and also sometimes for the students because sometimes the server goes down when they need to do homework. So our goal is to present possible solutions that could help fix the situation and to recommend the one that we've studied out that could potentially be a good solution for us. So we'll identify solutions that'll host the Linux lab on a different server and on a different piece of hardware, or possibly taking it to the web and just replacing both of those things. And the team that is going to work with you is myself and Matthew and Brooke. So our current options that we have studied are these four right here. We're going to go through them one at a time. The first one is Host One Plus, HackerRank, Compute Host Linux VPS Plane, and AutoGrader. So first we're going to start with Host One Plus. So Host One Plus, it's a business that provides dedicated hardware and VMs together. It's a really good deal, and since it's made from the same company, it's a lot faster and it's more efficient use of space, and the devices are a lot smaller than our current ones. I can't present photos of our current ones here because that's a security issue, and the application engineer on campus would not let us have current pictures. But I've personally seen it myself because I used to work in IT, and I can promise you it's a lot smaller. And so for Host One Plus, it gives you a terabyte of bandwidth just for starting out. It has a 4-core processor. It has about 16 gigabytes of RAM and 250 gigabytes of storage. And then the hardware, it's really, really good. It has 4 cores and 8 threads. A lot of the hardware we have now is around 2 cores. And it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. It has 10 terabyte bandwidth, which is really, really fast. It's on the pricey side. It's $160 a month. However, the IT budget is pretty big, and the school is willing to pay for quality. And so this is the first option that we really liked. The next option is HackerRank, and it's a company that a lot of teachers and students have been already using at different universities. They use it to code, submit grades, and the teachers can grade their programming assignments. And what's neat about this is that it's all on the web, so it's a cloud-based IDE, and it auto-grades with test cases, kind of like the current Linux lab does. And it also checks for plagiarism, so instead of the teacher having to go in and do it every time, it just automatically does that. It supports 35 languages and 7 domains, and so we just have 1 domain now, and our server supports quite a few languages like PHP, C++, and HTML. And the staff wouldn't really have to worry about how it's set up or anything. And it's, again, used by large schools like Cornell. And this cost is actually free. So this is really nice. And then option C is Compute Host Linux VPS Plane. And so it hosts a website on the cloud and on the server, and it has the flexibility of a dedicated server at the cost of a shared web hosting server. So you host it at their factory. It's not on campus. And it's web hosting. It has an 8 gigabyte plan with 6 core, and 8 gigabytes of RAM, 250 gigabytes of storage, and 8 terabyte data transfer. And this one's only $95 a month. But because it is not on campus, it's going to run slower because of it's trying to connect to a server. So this is Compute Host. And then our last one is a completely web-based one. It's called AutoGrader, and it's like an online programming submission for teachers and students that allow them to upload and view all the code. And they can all do it in the web browser. The downside to that obviously is if the internet goes down on campus, they can't work on their code. So that's kind of a bummer. But it does have, it's all cloud-based, and they can submit it and they can get feedback right away. And it's been checked against industry-based guidelines. And it also checks for plagiarism as well. And this one is initially free as well. So with all these options, the question is now, what do we recommend and why do we recommend it? So AutoGrader and HackerRank, they're super good options, except they're only on the web browser. They wouldn't take up any space, and they're essentially free. However, if the internet goes down, the student can't work on it, and since it's not hosted on campus, we can't really take care of it. So that's kind of a downside to that one. Compute Host has the greatest core, but it gets really pricey for what it can offer. And so ultimately, the Host One Plus is the best deal that we've been able to research because it has dedicated hardware and it can host our Linux system on it. And since it's from the same company, the programs work a lot faster together. And this would be located in our data center. So if it goes down or something, we can just go fix it a lot faster than a company would be able to fix it. And also, it's on campus, so the connection is going to be a lot faster than if it was far away, so students get faster real time. And so we really like Host One Plus, and we recommend this as a possible solution and think it's a pretty good option. So what will this solution do? It's going to adjust easily to the heavy amounts of students that we're getting in all the time. Our student population grows every semester, and our system engineers, the teachers, and the students, they'll be able to code and do their work with ease without having to worry about things slowing down and such. And when it's on campus, hardware maintenance will be faster, and the connection again will be faster than a browser-based one. And yep, so that is what we suggest. And if you have any questions, you can contact my team again. We will be happy to answer any questions, and we look forward to, doing homework on campus a better experience for students and the grading process better for the teachers. And these are just some great solutions. All of the solutions are pretty great, and if you want to go into detail about any of the other ones, please let us know. Thank you.